Greetings and hello there, everybody. It's me, your beloved Star Wars dad, Nooch Too Good, and it's time once again to take a look at those individual characters in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes that can really lift up and help sustain or really help elevate you guys in the early and mid game, even through the late game, and some of these characters will be for the end game as well. These are, I'm going to say, the top 10 lifters plus a couple of honorable mention. Top 10 lifters, top 10 transformative characters. Lifters is probably the wrong. Transformative characters in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes for all you early and mid gamers. And these will be characters that will transform not only your battles and your grand arena and territories, but also maybe transforming your farming. Hey guys, a quick little interruption here. I forgot to mention in the video, we are not looking at Galactic Legends, nor are we looking at Proving Grounds / Conquest type characters, because this is all geared toward that early and mid game. So if that was going to be an objection, you could take it and put it somewhere else and enjoy the video and making your farming that much better. There's going to be some oldies but goodies. I mean, take a look at this guy right up here. Is it yeah, I'm looking the right way here. I think it's some oldies but goodies, but we got some new ones to mix in here as well. So let's start talking about Captain Rex. Captain Rex is your boy. And I mean, seriously, do we ever get to an end point where we no longer gush about how much Captain Rex does for your early? Hey, nice shirt over there, buddy. Nice sweatshirt. Appreciate that. We can't get to the end of it. Captain Rex, from the time he came out until today, is such an amazing lifter for such a trash team in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. The Phoenix with him are an amazing late to end game team, depending on what's going on in the game. They work in all sorts of different game modes, basically every single game mode, and the Phoenix without him are complete trash and can only be used at certain gear levels to unlock Thrawn and maybe Palpatine, and you discard them like yesterday's news. And the Phoenix for so many years were useless in this game until Captain Rex came out, and he's just, I just love the guy. He helps me out with Conquest. He helps me out. He helps me out with everything. Captain Rex is just an absolute baller. Can I say baller? He's a baller in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, raising up these Phoenix to where you can use them and otherwise completely useless. And coming up next is going to be your boy Admiral Piet, not only for lifting up the Imperial troopers to a level they had not heretofore seen, but also because he's a key part of that Executor Farm and Sith Eternal for you down the road. Now for the Piet example here, oh hey, nice sweatshirt over there. I'm sensing a theme. I wonder, that's 2 for 2. I don't know what percentage do I get wearing the burgundy Nooch Too Good sweatshirt. You can own this too, Nooch merch. Check out the link in the description. Okay, nobody buys it. Look, without Admiral Piet on your Veers Imperial Trooper team, you ain't getting nothing. You ain't getting nothing. There are some things they could do, whatever, for you. Admiral Piet with Emperor's Trap and his AoE barrage is also a big deal. The main thing that he really does is he gets the turn meter train going, and he continues the turn meter train better than any other Imperial Trooper out there. When he takes his initial turn, gives you 2 buffs each, he gets a 3rd buff. Then every time everybody gets a turn and every time they deal damage, they are also getting the Emperor's Trap, which is a buff, which, look at the turn meters. I mean, look at their turn meters. This is what enables me to do this giant min-max on the Forest Moon Assault battle, and also makes those troopers punch up so much in the early to mid game and Grand Arena and other game modes. Yeah, they do fade for you. They become a cleanup team when you get to the end game, but Admiral Piet lifting up those troopers, also being part of your Executor Farm, which is your first big farm in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, and then later on Sith Eternal. Admiral Piet, I can't say enough about this guy. And can we talk about C-3PO? I don't think he gets enough credit, and I've made videos in the past. I don't think C-3PO gets enough credit for the things that he does for the farming on your roster. And here we are breaking away from, this is an older video of me unlocking C-3PO. I think I had Nisa in there, didn't I? This is me unlocking 3PO easily with Princess Nisa. So it's going to show the 3PO event. But let's talk about the things that 3PO does for you. He is required for Jedi Knight Luke. He is, there is no Nisa. This is a pre-Nisa. Very nice. He is required for Jedi Knight Luke, which means he's required for Jabba. He's required for Jabba anyway, independently of Jedi Knight Luke. Is he required for Jedi Knight Luke? Maybe he's not. Maybe he's not. He's required for Jabba. Maybe he is. I can't remember. I think he is. He is required for both those. Jedi Knight Luke and Jabba. He is required for Well, Jedi Knight Luke is then required for Jedi Master Luke. I believe 3PO is required for Leia, but I could be wrong. But regardless, he ties into all three of those farms. Jabba, Jedi Master Luke, Leia Organa, and Jedi Knight Luke to boot with that as well. Then we look over at the other, the two main farming paths for Galactic Legends in this game. Luke, Jedi Knight Luke, and General Anakin Skywalker. Son, father, father, son. Well, to get General Skywalker, you need, you guessed it, C-3PO. So, and that unlocks, C-3PO gas gets you unlocked for I can't talk, Ahsoka, Galactic Legend Ahsoka, Lord Vader, and also now for Hondo Ohnaka. So 6 Galactic Legends are dependent in part or in whole or with some of the side farms and teams they do on C-3PO being unlocked on your roster. Do with Nisa, not like this is old school Ewoks before Nisa was around. C-3PO also serves as a great lifter for your CLS team. He is a tremendous lifter. If you're going after Galactic Legend Rey, the first tier of that event is really difficult to do without C-3PO on your roster. It's pretty amazing. He's not required as farming for Galactic Legend Rey, but if you don't have him, you got to do some manipulation and some workaround to get yourself to unlock Galactic Legend Rey. So C-3PO does not get enough credit for the amount of just absolute amazing stuff that he unlocks for you in this game. And now to a guy who I actually think does get the credit he deserves, Starkiller. Starkiller is an amazing character on an early to mid-game roster. Now, he is an end in himself. Farming Starkiller doesn't necessarily get you into any other farms. He's not required for anything. Although Mara Jade's going to do a lot of lifting for that, hey, Calvin Awesome, rating with a party of 32. And by the way, nice sweatshirt, buddy. Different color sweatshirt. Congratulations to me. But Starkiller kills so many teams in this game. In fact, it's if you're not using him to kill Rey, which is tougher now to take out Rey because Ezra's always on that team, it almost feels like you're overkilling almost anything else, or maybe he finds a place for defense on your roster. Starkiller, especially in the early, let's say mid game. If you unlock him in the mid game, you'll be taking out those Reys on defense because they don't have Ezra or Exile on their team, and they're going to be easy for you to smoke. So I'm just going to give full kudos. If you are targeting a character that really is going to make a huge difference for you in Grand Arena and maybe even Territory Wars, if you put an Omicron on Juhani as well, even without the Omicron on Juhani, he does a good job in Territory Wars. Starkiller is a tremendous early to mid-game target for your roster. All too often in this game, I see rosters that are neglecting Darth Malak. They farm either or Darth, Jedi Knight Revan, and then they don't farm the other one, and they don't unlock Darth Malak. And let me tell you what a gigantic mistake that is. If you are going to farm a Revan, you need to farm both. I'm walking away. I'm walking away. I should have maybe found a better. Here we go. Let's go for a little bit. Okay, this is me playing the Darth Malak event. I spent 5 hours trying to unlock Darth Malak with a Gear 12 team here, and I just could not get it done. I know it's been done in the past. I ended up relicking Darth Revan, or Jedi Knight Revan there, and getting it done. Look, if you're going to farm a Revan, you should farm both Revans, and you should farm Darth Malak. Your farm is not complete without doing that. Darth Malak is just a massive contributor in this game, all the way from the early game to the mid game to the late game to the end game. Darth Malak is a relevant character all the way through the game, and he also gives you is a key to unlocking Leviathan on your account. Do not get one Revan, get both Revans, and get Darth Malak. Now, this is not necessarily me honking for Bosk, although he's a really important character for your Executor unlock. He is going to be the bounty hunter leader you can use in almost every situation, but this is me honking for the Houndstooth, Bosk's ship. You will be using the Houndstooth in your fleets, in every fleet that you've got, all the way through the mid game until you unlock, you get the Executor unlocked, and then it finds a permanent home on the Executor. But until you get the Executor unlocked, and a bunch of other bounty hunters, Houndstooth is going to mix in there with an early Executrix fleet. It's going to mix in there with an early Negotiator fleet. It's going to mix in there with an early Endurance fleet. It's going to... Houndstooth can be plugged and played anywhere. It is the best tank ship in the game. It's been out for like 7 or 8 years, forever and ever and ever, and yet it is still that amazing. If you are not farming Bosk and you are not farming Houndstooth, do not ever blame me, because I honk this horn all of the time. Go get the Houndstooth and go get Bosk. Wat Tambor's mass manufacturability, where he's putting text on other characters, is no joke, and as soon as you put his Zeta on him at 4 stars, gear, whatever, it does not matter. If you get a Zeta on Wat Tambor, actually probably now, since you can upgrade all the abilities, you could do it at 1 star. Well, wait a minute, we all know that's not true. You can't unlock Wat at 1 star, but you can unlock him at 4 stars. You can leave him at level 1 and upgrade all of his abilities. Can you add that Zeta at level 1? I think you can. Once he gets a Zeta right there, with Sith Eternal here. This is the #1 place where people use Wat Tambor as a Sith Eternal, but he can fit into any, much like Houndstooth. Wat Tambor is a plug and play character. He can lift up almost any team in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. People are starting to put him on like their Galactic Legend Ahsoka teams, but he's the primary lifter for Sith Eternal until you get the armor down the road. Anyway, Wat Tambor is the primary reason that I think all players should get into a Geonosis Territory Battles guild that's doing Darkside Geo Territory Battles, and stay in that guild until you get Wat Tambor activated, and then you can either move on to a Rote guild, or your guild can move on to playing Rise of the Empire Territory Battles, because you're not gonna be able to get Wat unlocked. I mean, without that, it takes basically a Lightspeed bundle or 2 years of farming that Get 3 currency, and you're wasting all that Get 3 currency that can be spent on a lot of other stuff. Wat Tambor is a huge lifter in the game. You can use it on almost any team. I love that guy. Now, here's a new one. I have not had her on the list before, and what I'm learning is I was really neglecting Bo-Katan Mandalore, and I have nobody to blame but myself. You know, Bo-Katan Mandalore, not only is she out there for Rise of the Empire Territory Battles mission in the 4th tier. Hey, Scribe Gaming's ready with a party of 35. Not only is she out there for that, she kills so much stuff in Grand Arena. She is an absolute monster, and it is truly a shame that I did not get her on my roster earlier. You're gonna have Beskar Mando relicked up anyway, and he's a requirement. The other requirements, it's just IG-12, Paz Vizsla. Oh, who's there? It's my brain is failing. Brain failing. Must implode. Easy. Kelleran Beck. There's one more Mandalorian in there. There's one more man. I can't remember. It's not a difficult farm. Plus, you farm her 5v5 team by farming Bo-Katan Mandalore. She is an absolute beast. 3v3, 5v5. Look at swgoh.gg and look through all the things that she counters in Grand Arena. It was a real miss by me not to be recommending her early. Her journey is somewhat challenging, but she's worth every penny and every minute invested in her. We're gonna go all in Lord Vader here, and she's just gonna wipe the guy out. She does so much damage, so much. How much is she doing here? How much is she doing? Let's take a look at her next attack. I mean, there was 61,000 bonus damage that she did right there. She's just, I mean, look at all this damage she's doing. She's taking out Lord Vader all by herself. Bo-Katan Mandalore, it would be a great addition to any roster in the mid game. I'm gonna say mid game. Early game, I don't think so. I have really underestimated her, and that is completely on me for making that giant mistake. Don't be like me. Go get Bo-Katan Mandalore on your roster. Now, we've been talking about this guy a lot here lately on my new account, my new perfect farming account. Padawan Obi-Wan was my first Omicron on the account to help me really push through Conquest. It's difficult to express how much good that oh, nice sweatshirt, by the way. It's difficult, I mean, how much good the Padawan Obi-Wan Omicron could do for you, advancing you through early levels all the way, through normal Conquest. In the comments they made today, he's my first relic. My first relic on that account is Padawan Obi-Wan with the Conquest Omicron. Comment in there today was just by using that Omicron with the Phoenix. He actually put Padawan Obi-Wan Omicron. For the love of God, this guy actually put Padawan Obi-Wan onto his Phoenix team. It all starts with P, even though it doesn't sound like it. Onto his Phoenix team, and went through just 4 tiers of Conquest every day and got the 4th crate. Padawan Obi-Wan's Omicron opens up an entire world for you in Conquest that is likely to not be open up to you otherwise. He is a game changer in that game mode. He's going to get you a bunch of extra crates. Not to mention, he's also a really good performer under Padme leads here, and then also under Qui-Gon Jinn Omicron that you can get for Grand Arena. Going to do great for you in Grand Arena and other game modes as well. Not to mention, I forgot the Duel of the Fates Assault Battle that you need Padawan Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon for the Duel of the Fates Assault Battle, which is tremendous rewards that feed your roster all the way through this game. Yeah, I can't believe I left that part out. That's kind of important. And rounding out our top 10 here, and stay tuned, by the way, this is an oldie but a goodie right here. This is not, but stay tuned. There are a couple of honorable mentions as well, but Wampa. I went back and forth on Wampa a little bit on my account, but it's just clear as day that Wampa makes a huge Grand Arena difference. And yeah, I know, right now I'm showing you the Wampa Datacron footage, because with the Datacron, Wampa can beat Jabba in Grand Arena. Don't try this at home. This is not a normal situation, Wampa. There's a Datacron out right now that makes Wampa really good, but it kind of just shows, Capital Games is committed to making Wampa useful for us. Wampa is a truck, a train. In early to mid-game Grand Arena, Wampa is just killing everything she comes across and lifting you up in Grand Arena. Yeah, I know the matchups are bad. I know that early and mid-game Grand Arena, man, I got the burps during this one, is not a great place for you to be and doesn't feel good, and it's not, you're like facing these giant rosters and stuff, but you're not always facing giant rosters, and even when you are, there's a reason they're playing down at your level. Wampa is an entire team unto herself in Grand Arena, or himself, as I don't want to have a discussion again. I'm frustrated about it. It should be herself. Wampa is great. Wampa is good. All hail Wampa. Go check out Fat Phil's channel, PHAT, Pretty Hot and Tempting, Fat Phil, and let's watch Wampa kill Jabba here. Hang on, we got to get to it. We got to see it now. This is again. It's coming right up. It's coming right up. This is not a normal situation. There is a Wampa Datacron out right now that is truly amazing, and when you see these Datacrons, they are kind of recycling Datacrons now in a lot of situations. This is a close one, by the way. It came really close to not working. And yes, keep going. Got to take care of Kursant and get rid of Jabba, but I just can't honk enough for Wampa as a great addition with the Omicron, with the Zeta and Omicron, to an early game roster. And for a few honorable mentions, I think that Traya is Savage by himself, and then Savage with Traya and Zori Bliss if you're farming Galactic Legend Ray. If you're not farming Galactic Legend Ray, I have no idea why you would have any of the resistance on your roster at all. We've got some Traya footage here against the Gungans. I cannot say enough. If you have Savage Opress as an early solo with his Omicron, he's going to do amazing things in Grand Arena. You add in Traya as his leader with Nihilus on the other side, and then Scion in the background in 5v5s. It's a great team in Grand Arena that causes other people lots of problems. I've even killed Jedi Master Luke a few times with my Traya team in Grand Arena for a low, not well modded, not well geared, whatever, Jedi Master Luke. She can take him out, but Traya causes problems for your opponent on defense. Traya does great things on offense with Savage mixed in there, Nihilus, of course, and then Zori Bliss if you're farming Galactic Legend Ray, or you went out and bought the bundle, the Lightspeed bundle, and you've got you got Finn as a lead on your team. Zori mixes in there really well and lifts that team up to do some really amazing things in Grand Arena and even in Territory Wars as well. So I'm just going to honk for those guys as honorable mentions. I'm sure there's more you guys can mention in comments, but those are the ones on my list. The top 10 plus some honorable mentions. Game-changing characters that you can farm on your roster in the early to mid-game in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Let me know what you think. I will talk to everybody very soon. And as always, I did that wrong. Have a great day, and always remember, Nude's too good. I'm leaving that whole thing in there.